Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we are exploring cards for the collective. And this is one of my favorite things. This is the October 2024 version. And this is the kind of reading that I get the most feedback about. I get people in my DMs and emails and stuff saying, "Oh my gosh, this card landed for me. You were talking right to me." So I do love doing these, and we'll continue to do this series every single month. So keep an eye. And just because we do it in October, or, I did it in August, I did it in September. My channel's only a couple months old, so I don't have a huge amount of content there. But just because it was filmed in October or September or August doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you at any time. So if you come across one of these videos on my channel that is from a month different than the one we're in, don't worry, watch it, choose your card. That's the message for you. The messages aren't there's not an expiry date on the messages. They don't lose their potency just because some time has gone by. Any one of these readings is perfect for you. And, maybe I'll put them into a playlist, because then you could just go through them and for each video, just pick a card and that's your message. And you could have a whole series of messages anytime you want. So that's definitely going to keep moving forward. And today we have our 3 cards. We're still working with the Witch Tarot, as you can see. Oh, 3 of Swords. Ooh, somebody got betrayed. Justice. Oh, someone's going to pay for that betrayal. And the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's going to get a lot of money out of a settlement. There we go. That's how we read tarot. But I just love the imagery of these cards. It's a cute little deck. This is the mini version. I haven't been able to get a pocket-sized version. There's a huge version. And then, so I'll show you an example. This is the size of the huge version. I can barely shuffle this particular deck, and this is the size of the Witch Tarot. This is a totally different deck that I'm going to use in another reading, so have a look for that. This is actually the Investigation deck. So this is a really cool deck, but you see the size of it compared to these tiny little cards, and I'm holding it right over it. So I can't even shuffle these huge decks, and the mini one, I keep hoping they're going to come out with a pocket size. So if you know of a pocket size of the Witch Tarot, please let me know. Please tag me somewhere, send it to me, send a link to me, so that I can get it, because I would really love to have this deck a little bit bigger, just a little bigger. And my next reading is going to be for Thanksgiving. For those of you who don't know, I'm in Canada, so we have Thanksgiving in the middle of October. Our Thanksgiving is about the harvest and not pilgrims. So we don't have a date specific Thanksgiving kind of situation here. It's just always the second weekend. And most people do their dinner and everything else on the Sunday, and then have the Monday off to chillax and hang out and go for walks, walk off all the pumpkin pie, really is what it is. And so that'll be coming up. I believe I'll post it on Friday or Saturday. And if you're into Canadian politics, I'm going to try doing a reading about that, because we got a lot going on right now. And of course, I'm going to do a reading about Meghan and that red dress, because that one is kind of consuming me right now. A whole lot went on that red carpet, and I think we need to do a reading about it. But so keep an eye out for those. If you're coming across this after Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, which would be the 13th, 14th of October, and you're wondering about the videos I've just talked about, just visit my channel. Everything will be there for you, and it's all there in my videos. So let's get going. So our cards for the collective today are, I've got 3 cards. How cute is this? How cute is he? Oh my gosh. I don't know if we can see it. He's a little crow. I got him from the Golden Line up in Workworth, and he's just adorable. So you can pick the crow. You can pick the coin. This is a chocolate coin. It's a loonie because we're in Canada. And the acorn. How cute is that? I was trying to find things that would look really nice for our Thanksgiving week and our autumnal vibe that we are carrying through here. Of course, I've got my little pumpkin, my crystal pumpkin. I can't remember what kind of crystal that is, but maybe somebody will look at it and know immediately. Okay, so choose your card. And if you need to pause the video, do that so that you can think about it, you know, let your intuition guide you, as I always tell people. And if you need to pick all three, that's okay too. We won't tell anyone. Okay, so if you need to pause, this is your moment to pause. Okay, so if you chose the Crow, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knights are always, always, always about giddy up energy. If you have a business idea in your mind, get on with it. Just do it. Just get on. And I know a lot of people spend a lot of time, you know, working out all the details and, you know, coming up with this and coming up with that. And I find the most successful businesses are the ones that you kind of fall into accidentally. You know, if you're spending all of your time talking about your business, you are not creating a business. If you spend all of your time researching a business, you are not creating a business. If you spend all of your time creating the logos and the website and, you know, the Facebook page, if you're spending all your time on that, you're not creating a business. Just create the business and then get on with it. Just whatever your product or service is, slap a price on it. Let's go. You can always adjust later. People think everything is carved in stone. It's not. Do you know how often I change my prices? Constantly. I've raised my prices in my wedding business every year consistently, except for 1 year where I said no because of lockdowns and everything that was going on. I wouldn't raise my rates. So the rate stayed the same for a couple of years. But definitely I'm going to be raising my rates again because I'm actually retiring from the wedding business. And so it's going to be actually harder to get me to come to your wedding. So for those of you who are like, what is she talking about? I'm a minister. I go to a lot of weddings. I go to a lot of funerals. And definitely when I started my wedding business, I made a Facebook page, posted it everywhere, started booking clients. That's how my business started. Same thing with tarot. I decided I wanted to kind of go public and go big with my tarot. And so I created a page and off I went. I didn't spend a lot of time worrying about the details because I knew I could always change the details later. I could always make it up as I went along and that would be okay. So this is your message. I know it was a long way to get to the point, but the point is just get on with whatever it is that you're doing. If it's about your business, get on. Do the things, like at least do something. Make one big bold move this week to get things going. And if it's not about actually doing your business, if it's just about creating logos and graphics, that's not working on your business. Okay, you actually have to do the thing. So by all means, make business cards. You can do that on Canva. You can print them at home. You can cut them out. I do that myself. All my business cards, I just sit and watch Real Housewives and cut them out and have my stack of business cards with me all the time. That is, so that making the business cards is not running my business, but getting out there and handing my business cards to people, that is running my business. So when I leave them at shops, that's an investment in my business. Oops, sorry, the bell agrees. The bell agrees. So this is about getting on with it. I know we do have to have things in place, but don't spend eternity getting things in place. It's time to pull the trigger. It's time to leap. It is time to jump. And this is the perfect time to do that. At this time of year, we are, you know, with everything changing and so many things going on. And if you have a product or service business, hello, Christmas is coming. This is your time. This is our time. This is where we're gonna really find out what we're made of. I mean, I've got events coming up. I've got a couple markets where, you know, I'll be selling gift certificates and things like that. So this is our time. I know this is a frustrating energy, and it's just because it's just too cautious. It's just a way too cautious. And the energy of this guy is he doesn't want to spend money. He doesn't want to do the work to accomplish anything big. And then he just kind of spins his wheels. It's quite boring energy. You know, that person who, you know, constantly talks and talks and talks, but does nothing. Oh my gosh, you know who just came to mind is Meghan Markle. She does nothing. She produces nothing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to read about her next. In that, you know, it's just ideas. There's nothing actually concrete being produced, and it's just ideas. And, you know, this is, I get it's scary. I get it's really, really scary. But, you know, there's a lot of women out there who are running businesses with nothing but a cell phone. And if they can do it with, you know, a high school education, you can do it too. And you can get something going. And it's there's, I think the energy that's coming through here is that there's some block about desiring material things. Like there's some shame in wanting more. There's some shame in wanting more money, more luxury, a nicer life. Like but there is no shame in that. So don't carry that shame. If you are feeling that, you might want to tap into my abundance workshop, because it's very much about mindset in, you know, getting you out of that lack mentality, getting you out of the programming of your parents. You know, like, remember our parents used to say things like money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, it does. Actually, it does. So there's, it's a 4-part workshop. It'll get you from point A to point B pretty quickly. All of my clients who've taken this workshop have told me that they only got about halfway through it before they started to see major results in their life. So it's very powerful and very potent. I will link it in the description, and I'll also pop a little link on the video here right now. So it's time to get open-minded. There's more than one way of doing things. And it's really like, whatever your hopes are, just go for them. Just go for it. Don't worry that things aren't perfectly planned or in place or anything like that. It is okay. And you can just dive in and start something. And you know, just because you don't have a business plan, I don't have a business plan. I actually don't know anyone who has a business plan. Because, and I feel like that is the sort of thing that once you write a business plan, you can almost feel stifled and suffocated, and because you have to be so committed to the plan rather than open to opportunities. So this is a great message for you. Just be open to the opportunities. If you're sitting at Thanksgiving weekend or Thanksgiving dinner this weekend, and somebody talks about something that's even remotely close to, say, whatever business thing you want to do, chime in. Just say, hey, I'm starting a business doing that. Maybe we should talk about this, and see what happens. You just never know. You just never know. And if this is about your home, your physical body, your abundance, anything like that, the message is the same. Just get on with what needs to be done. You know, sitting around Googling stuff isn't moving you forward. Just do the thing that needs to be done, and everything will be happy and your life will be great. Okay, I can't promise that, but do your best, okay? So next we have the gold coin, and we have the 5 of Wands. Ooh, I'm going to look up the timing of this one. This one kind of has me curious now. The 5 of Wands, to see if there's timing attached to that. Nothing coming up. It's July 22nd to August 1st. So what we have here is some competitive energy, maybe a few too many chefs in the kitchen. It's almost a bullying energy. There's definitely conflict. The energy of conflict around this card is quite strong. And it's like conflicting opinions. Ooh, actually, you know what? This coming up for the holiday, it's probably saying like, whatever your mother-in-law says, just nod and smile, you know, that kind of thing. It's definitely about communication and collaboration over competition. It's just a nice reminder that we don't need to compete with each other, that we can collaborate, and nobody needs to be the boss. Nobody needs to be in charge. And it's always a good idea to play to people's strengths. So I'll give you a great example. My friend Caitlin and I were recording a series of videos on all sorts of spiritual topics. And how this is unfolding is that we are using each other's strengths to make it happen. So she came to me with an idea, and I said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And literally within the hour, she had 12 months worth of content mapped out for us, down to like all the bullet points that she wants to talk about and everything else. She's the idea person. I mean, I have ideas, but she's definitely a hardcore idea person, but she's not that great at moving things forward. And that's okay, because me coming up with ideas, that's not my strong suit, but you know where I excel? Moving things forward. And so how her energy works in this relationship and on this project is that she's constantly coming up with the ideas, and she's keeping this like even keel energy, whereas I'm keeping this really spicy energy and actually making it go forward. And, you know, I'm the one who records the Zoom call. I'm the one who gets it uploaded. I'm the one who drives the conversation. And that's okay. And it works out so beautifully. But instead of being in competition with each other and jockeying and, you know, two peacocks fighting it out in the spiritual world, which we do see sometimes, we're just playing to each other's strengths. And we're leaving the room open for you know, more ideas, and then more pushing forward and actually driving things to success. So that's a great example. We don't have to be in competition. And if you've got a group of people who all have wonderful strengths and gifts and skills, tap into that. You don't have to put people into boxes. You can, you know, look at each person as an individual and use those strengths together to rise together and really accomplish great things. But this is definitely like more communication is needed. If you're finding yourself in a group situation where things are a little spicy, a little precarious, lots more communication. And there is definitely somebody out there is watching right now, and they feel very misunderstood. They feel that people don't get them. And that is the message for you. Communication. If you feel like you're not being understood, communicate more and communicate effectively. Sometimes people tell, like me, I could jabber on all day long. People tell a story and it's like, well, get to the point. So what I always tell people is, if you want people to really truly hear you, get to the point. Say the point first and then fill in the blanks. Put the explanation. Sometimes people lead with these big, massive explanations of things and then ask their question. It's like, no, just get on with it. Get to the point. Ask the question first, say the statement first, and then explain yourself if you need to. So that's a lot. And this is a great message, because I know if our American friends will probably see this in November. Again, you'll be gathering with your families and doing, you know, stirring the cauldron, and, you know, things might be spicy. And that's okay, because now that you're forewarned, you can prepare yourself. You can emotionally prepare yourself, and you can spiritually prepare yourself, and you can intellectually prepare yourself, because you'll have an idea of what's coming and be able to address things. If you feel like it might be a little bit uncomfortable, and it could be okay for you to make a phone call and have a little chat and say, you know, I'm not feeling comfortable about this, do that. Now, I know that there's times when you just can't have a conversation with people. I get it. Like, I have people in my life that there's no point. I don't even bother. There's just no point. I just don't go. And I don't have a relationship with them, because if you know, people refuse to listen and hear your point of view. And I don't want to say we have to change everything, but certainly, doesn't it feel better when somebody understands why you might be upset or why you might be uncomfortable? The flip side of that is, it's also important that we are open to receiving those conversations, because we never know when we're the person that somebody feels uncomfortable around. And there could be a variety of things contributing to that, but it's always a good idea to be open to hearing people out. And I really truly believe that when we become the person that people can talk to openly and freely and safely, the world opens up for us with people that we can speak to safely and openly and honestly, and not have to have uncomfortable conversations. I know they're really hard. I don't love them myself. But it is amazing what happens when you start to have the uncomfortable conversations and people have their eyes open to your experience. And a couple years ago, I did this where I asked the universe for opportunities to practice uncomfortable conversations, and woo, yeah, yeah, the universe responded. And I had to have a couple uncomfortable conversations. But what happened is it cleared the air, and then we both understood each other. It wasn't a conversation to win. It was a conversation to solve the problem. It wasn't about being better than my friend or sticking it to my friend or whatever. It was about, here's how I feel about this. And I just need you to know that, so that moving forward, we don't have issues. And that person was free to say what, whatever was on their mind as well. And it actually made the relationship stronger. So it worked out, and yeah, it's all good. And I just noticed I haven't lit my candle again. I don't know how I keep forgetting. And you know what else I haven't done? I haven't turned on my twinkly lights. I have not turned on my twinkly lights. So just one tiny little pause here as we do get our set going. I think I was so focused on being really excited to film some videos today that I totally forgot to turn everything on and light my candle and everything else. So there we go. There it is, all lit. So that is the message for the 5 of Wands. And yeah, just don't let your ego get in the way. And if you're experiencing inner turmoil or struggle within a group, communicate about that. If it doesn't feel good to have that conversation with everybody there, maybe just have like individual conversations with everybody and see how that goes. And if they don't receive that, that's a strong message for you. That is a get out of this message. So anyway, so that's our 5 of Wands. I don't know. This is why I like 3-card reading can turn into 2 hours for me, because I've never been somebody who could have a short conversation. Like, how it's like, long story short. No, short story long around here. Short story long. And finally, our acorn is the 9 of Pentacles. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful, gorgeous card. I'm just looking at the timing of this one. I get so obsessed with the timings. September 2nd to 11th. So that could be something that was planted at the start of September, or this could be something that is coming up for next year that's going to take a year or 11 months to grow. Our 9 of Pentacles is our dream girl. This is our dream life. Look at her. Let's see, I'll lift it up for you. She's lounging in the backyard. Look, she's got a money tree. She's got a little glass of wine. She's got some snacky snacks and her book. Isn't that who every woman wants to be these days? Some snacky snacks, a book, and maybe a little drinky poo, and lots of money raining in. So our message of this card is about accomplishment, success, financial stability. If you have been wondering what your state of being is, this is it. This is it. And, if I'm going to tell this story, we're looking at, our Knight of Pentacles, like, just get on with it, okay? Stop sabotaging yourself. You may have to have some hard conversations to get there. Oh, but look at all the success that comes out at the end. Like, this is a woman who is strong, independent. She is fierce. She's got everything going for her. People look up to her. This could be you, or this could represent someone in your life. And if that is the case, that this is about somebody, you're recognizing somebody else, tap into that energy. Tap into that aspirational energy. This is about prosperity. Your hard work is paying off. Whatever seeds you have planted, look at this. It's apples and money. Really, it's apples and money. And I bet that's a really, really nice bottle of wine too. I bet that's like, one of those fancy schmancy California wines that she's got there. And there's definitely a message here to treat yourself. This is, our luxury card. This is, ooh, God, there's just so much to say about her. This is definitely our luxury card. So treat yourself. Money is energy. And if you want to attract more money, spend a little money because it has to keep moving in a circle. And when we hoard our money, then we're in hoarding energy and nothing will come into us because money's like, no, no, no. If I come to you, you won't let me go. You won't let me have adventures. I'll just be held tight in your basement like a prisoner. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to keep money moving all the time. And it's just a great reminder that no matter how much money we have, no matter how much we achieve, no matter how much we do and accomplish in our lives, it's a good idea to spend some time just enjoying the simple things. You know, there's nothing I love more than a good cup of coffee and my book and my dog and my family around me and some nice snacks and a good meal. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy. So in your pursuit of luxury and abundance and wealth and everything else that's going on, just don't forget to take the moments of simplicity for yourself. And if you're struggling, you know, if this is about having a financial struggle for you, do the same thing and just enjoy some simplicity and sit in such gratitude of the abundance of simplicity that you have around you that you can enjoy. Sit in gratitude for how much joy you get from sitting outside with a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you like, reading your book. Maybe it's a magazine. Maybe you're just listening to music, watching the birds and the squirrels. Whatever it is, just find the gratitude in that because the energy of gratitude tends to call in more. So if this is where we're looking to get to, that's how you get there, is absolute gratitude, inspired action, getting on with it, resolving conflicts. And now you've got this beautiful, peaceful life. She's humble and she has a lot to offer. So she can be picky. Notice she's all alone. She can be picky with how she spends her time. And that's a great message for everybody. So I thank you for joining me today. If we're old friends, thank you for joining me again. And if we're new friends, welcome to my world. I'm so excited to get to know you. Please leave a comment and click subscribe so you won't miss anything. And also it helps my channel grow. I am working hard. If you go through my other videos, you'll find my journey to monetization, which is a big goal that I have right now. I am a professional tarot reader, meditation guide, healer, past life coach, tapping enthusiast, and spiritual coach. And I help you achieve your extraordinary life through all of these modalities and more. All of my videos here are crafted with the intention of inspiring you. And we explore tarot readings about current events. And there's meditations there to soothe your soul. There's some activations to light you up. And all sorts of practical tips for spiritual growth and healing. Don't forget to check the description for all of my links so that you can easily reach out to me and follow me in different places as well. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and we will make magic together. And I'm going to pop the link for my full cord cutting ritual in the description as well, because if this isn't going well, you might need the cord cutting. Every time I do this ritual, I get massive results. And my clients tell me they do too. So you are definitely going to want to check it out. It's a method only a few people I know talk about. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this way of cord cutting, but it is really accelerating everybody's journey. Like whenever any of my clients do this, they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much happened so fast. And whenever I do it myself, I actually shock myself at how powerful it is. So look for the link to that in the description. And we will be back with more tarot readings, more spiritual stuff, and all the goodness. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a magical day.